Welcome to my channel. I'm Coach Amy Pratt, your health and wellness coach. My job is to empower people to find balance in life and to consciously, intentionally grow in their unique gifts and passions. Stephen Covey wrote The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, an amazing book. And he tells a story to illustrate the 7th habit, which is sharpen the saw. Once upon a time, there were 2 woodcutters that worked from morning until night chopping down trees. One of them left during midday and returned later on, but the other one continued chopping without a break. The latter was frustrated that the former continually chopped down more trees than he did, and eventually asked how he did so well. The more productive worker was taking time midday to sharpen his saw. This is precisely why you will be more productive in reaching your goals by taking the time to focus on yourself and all of the 6 dimensions of health and wellness in your life. This video is an introduction to the 6 dimensions of health and wellness, which teach you how to effectively and efficiently achieve your goals and become who you are meant to be. We start with emotional wellness. Emotions are the indicators of the level of health and wellness overall. The better you are at naming and defining your emotions, the better you are at knowing what part of your life needs attention. Emotional wellness at its highest level is full of inspiration and aspiration. They are the fuel to getting needs met and the source for creativity and play. When you know who you are, what your purpose is, what your purpose isn't, and have a healthy and balanced life, you are motivated to get out of bed in the morning. Not in a panic or stressed about all the responsibilities you have, but intrinsically motivated or inspired to work on your aspirations. Inspiration and aspiration cannot happen without adequate rest and play and having your basic needs met. A safe environment allows a person to check in with safety markers and return to exploring, creating, and growing. Once emotional wellness is pretty well addressed, we establish mental habits. Structuring habits and optimizing your environment makes success automatic. Purposeful mental habits work against problems such as decision fatigue, exhaustion, and stress by arranging the timing and order of tasks, and by setting tiny changes in motion. It is through mental habits that the other 5 dimensions are maintained and set up for success. James Clear wrote his book, Atomic Habits, and wisely instructs his readers to implement a 1% change each day. Don't overwhelm yourself or your life by trying to make too many changes at once or too big of a change. This will only ensure failure. Mental habits control the controllables and make incremental changes. Okay, so emotional wellness first, then begins mental habits 1% at a time. Now you're ready to consider your physical health and wellness. Americans are notorious for struggling with this. We're generally a well-educated population, but don't take care of our bodies very well. Physical wellness is simply good nutrition and eating your veggies first, enough rest and quality sleep, exercise, proper medical care, and avoiding bad habits that you wouldn't want your grandma to catch you in. My dad was an internal medicine physician and had several rules that he shared a zillion times with his patients. Doc's rules are, number 1, the 11th commandment is, thou shalt not fall. Walk majestically. Number 2, after a certain age, the only time you should pick up a shovel is to hand it to someone else. Number 3, live life to the fullest. Get your hip replaced at 81 years of age. That patient lived another 20 years. Number 4, you only get one body. How you take care of it today is how it will take care of you in 30 years. Number 5, always use a step stool and hold on to railings. Number 6, take the stairs. Number 7, choose your parents wisely. The last rule reminds us that not everything is under our control. In fact, much of life is out of our control. But don't give up. The way we handle that is by controlling those things that we can control and purposely creating space or margin in each of the 6 dimensions. We can't control the genes we got from our parents or the environment we grew up in, but we can certainly control doing what we know to do to have the best emotional, physical, and social wellness possible. We started in the core of your being with emotional wellness, moved on to mental habits, attended to physical health and wellness, and now we are ready to move outward to vocational wellness. Vocational wellness is found by aligning your identity, your passions, and your abilities to serve a greater calling. Simply living in your unique purpose increases your self-confidence and the inspiration and aspiration we talked about in emotional wellness. Remember that vocation is much more than just your job. At the highest level of vocational wellness, it's knowing your God-given identity, living in your passion or calling, and using your gifts and skills in the most effective environment for society's good. We need you to be who and what you are built to be. Let's not forget another point made in emotional wellness that applies here. Know what your purpose is, so you know what your purpose isn't. If you are trying to become something other than the best version of you, you're going to miss out on some very satisfying and invigorating opportunities that would greatly increase your confidence and success in life and benefit all of the people around you. Now, we'll talk about those people around you and how you are relating with them. The 5th of the 6 dimensions of health and wellness is social wellness. First emotional wellness, then mental habits, then physical health and wellness, to vocational wellness, and now you're ready to consider your social wellness. Creating and maintaining healthy relationships gives you a sense of belonging and connectedness. Relationships that are healthy, reliable, and active are at the core of social wellness. Think about the relationships you have, the groups you're in. Is there anything that needs pruning? What needs more attention and encouragement? No 2 relationships are the same, and each has its own flavor. Some are for going out. Some are for accountability. Some are only when other friends are also with you too. You know what I mean. The point is, boundaries and parameters should be considered for each relationship. Social wellness encourages skills in communication, setting appropriate boundaries, and knowing healthy parameters for each relationship, as well as making sure you have enough time alone, the right amount of time with very close friends, and time spent in larger groups. Even if you are a rather introverted person and prefer alone time and more intimate settings with only your closest friends, you still need to intentionally make time to be in larger crowds. We certainly don't want your world to become smaller and smaller until you become so averse to crowds that they bring anxiety. Remember, the 6 dimensions of health and wellness need to achieve healthy balance overall and in each dimension in order to create a life of freedom, satisfaction, and confidence. Finally, we have come to the last of the 6 dimensions, financial wellness. Stay with me now. This one is a pretty straightforward topic once the first 5 dimensions have been addressed. With emotional wellness, you won't be using money to fill in the gaps or try to heal past wounds. With mental habits established, you will have a monthly plan for your money and financial needs. With physical health and wellness addressed, you won't be spending an unbalanced amount of money on eating out or on junk food snacks. Vocational wellness brings such satisfaction and confidence that you find pleasure in your work and don't need to spend a lot of money to fill your time or make up for having too many responsibilities. With social wellness, you won't be trying to gain people's respect or admiration with your money by buying an overly expensive car or jewelry that outshines everyone else's. So, financial wellness is simply having a monthly plan set that takes you toward the goal you have for your future self's lifestyle and makes accommodations for emergencies with a growing savings account, and then sticking with it. The 6 dimensions of health and wellness are emotional, mental, physical, vocational, social, and financial. Life continually shifts and brings many uncontrollable things into our lives. So taking the time to sharpen your saw by having the habit of evaluating each of the 6 dimensions will give you confidence and success in life, money, and relationships. By controlling the controllables and creating space or margin for those things that you cannot control. I hope you have found this video helpful. If you have, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you hit the notification bell, you can know before anyone else when the next useful tidbit becomes available to help you make the most of every opportunity to find confidence and success in life, money, and relationships. I would love the opportunity to get to know you better and talk about how coaching with me would multiply your efforts in reaching your goals. I'm also available to support your business's employee wellness program with lunch and learns, seminars, and intensives. Whether for individual, professional, or corporate coaching, visit my website for details on the services I offer and testimonials from previous clients about how coaching with me has greatly improved their lives and multiplied their efforts in reaching goals. I'm Coach Amy Pratt, and I can be reached in all the ways as CoachAmyPratt.com for my website, at gmail.com for my email, and on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Google My Business. The truth is, you are a uniquely gifted and greatly treasured person, capable of great things, and I believe in you. Thank you so much for spending this time with me.